The dollar menu at your favorite fast food place may seem like a great idea, but across America, those super cheap menus are disappearing. Just why is that? It turns out it's actually a complicated combination of a lot of reasons, and some are very surprising. In 2013, McDonald's announced that it was going to completely get rid of its dollar menu. At the heart of the problem was money. The Land of the Golden Arches first released its dollar menu in 2003. In the ensuing years, continued competition between fast food chains kept prices low as everyone scrambled for their piece of the pie. But a decade after launch, those dollar menu prices became problematic. Over the years, the cost of ingredients has been steadily on the rise, but the dollar menu stayed the same low price. And that's a huge problem. Just look at the cost of buying beef. According to the official data foundation, the price of uncooked beef was 69% higher in 2013 than it was in 2002. Unsurprisingly, the profit margin on cheaply priced menu items just isn't wide enough to weather that sort of increase. In 2009, the ketchup hit the fan when Burger King franchisees banded together to protest corporate's long-term 99-cent double cheeseburger promotion. The reason for the outrage was pretty simple. Each one of those double cheeseburgers cost about $1.10 to make. Franchisees originally rejected corporate's push to sell the super cheap burgers, and the conflict eventually led to a lawsuit on behalf of the franchisees. Burger King said it had a right to force franchisees to participate in promotions, while franchisees said it wasn't right to force them to sell a product at a loss. Some stores had already closed in the past because low-priced items dug too far into their profits. Franchisees were fighting to keep that from happening again. In 2011, the two sides settled. In exchange for dropping the lawsuit, franchisees were given more control over pricing, promotions, and ultimately the value menu. No one can possibly expect any restaurant to sell their product at a loss, especially when they're paying royalties to their parent company on every burger sold. Fast food restaurants are caught in an existential dilemma. On one hand, they need to be affordable enough to appeal to a customer base that's looking for a super cheap meal. But on the other hand, that same super cheap meal isn't going over well with an entire demographic. According to the BBC, people under the age of 40 aren't just shying away from dollar menu prices, but most fast food in general. They're willing to spend more money on their lunches so long as they're getting sustainable, high-end ingredients.
The reality is millennials clearly don't value McDonald's products the way the earlier generations do, and they don't have the same relationship with the brand that previous generations have had.
Overwhelmingly, millennials have said that for them to eat at fast food joints, the food needs to be high quality and nutritious, and not contain any artificial ingredients. That's pretty hard to achieve on a $1 item without losing a lot of money. Better ingredients tend to cost more money after all. People don't just want fresher ingredients, they also want healthier ingredients, and fast food chains have been responding. In 2016, McDonald's was looking at not just the cost of doing business with these new demands, but the cost that was going to get passed on to customers. Items like salads, wraps, and whole grains, which are all more expensive than traditional fast food options, debuted on the menu with prices much higher than $1, and that in turn leads to a balancing act. Adding more healthy menu items means reevaluating an entire menu because you can't just keep adding things to a menu without dropping others. One of the key components of any restaurant is a menu that's a manageable size so as to avoid waste and customer confusion. So with healthy, high-end stuff arriving, the cheap stuff that's just not making money gets cut. It wasn't until 2017 that McDonald's officially announced that it was coming out with a replacement for the dollar menu. By early 2018, budget-minded customers were going to once again have some bargain choices, with menu items priced at $1, $2, and $3. This seems like a win-win, as chains could still offer a few menu items at low price points without going so low that they end up losing out. But by the end of 2018, it became clear that the tiered menu hadn't been nearly as successful as McDonald's had hoped. Analysts say that not only is the chain too focused on its dollar menu offerings, but that the tiered system encourages the most budget-minded customers to opt for the lowest-costing foods instead of the higher-priced options. There are two types of customers, the ones you have and the ones you're trying to get. So it's important for restaurant chains to ask if value meals lure customers away from other chains. In 2018, the market research from NPD Group ran a study to determine whether or not new customers were attracted to a certain place by their dollar menu offerings. The short answer is no. The study did find that while an overwhelming majority of customers who bought something off the value menu purchased it as an add-on to a regular menu item, there was no increase in the numbers of new customers linked to value menu promotions. While it might seem logical that people would be more inclined to try a new place with minimal financial risk, the numbers just don't reflect that. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more MASH videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.